Welcome to another episode. Coach Keaton and Crawford here in the Crawford Podcasting Network. March 17th, 2024. Yes, it's St. Patrick's Day, but for more relevant to me of importance, it's Selection Sunday. Kerry Keaton, Tom Crawford. Hey, we're going to break it down. We got a lot of stuff to break down. High school, college, coaching changes, dismissals, controversies, bubble busting last night in the NCAA tournament. Is Michigan State on the bubble? I don't think they are. I know Spartan fans are worrywarts. And they don't want to recognize that 25 NCAA tournaments in a row.
Until that name pops up.
It's a little loud over there.
Yeah, I know. We're loud because we're excited, as you should be on Selection Sunday.
That ain't till 6 o'clock.
Yeah, whatever. So anyway, Kerry, Michigan State, how worried are you?
I'm worried. There was a lot of upsets yesterday.
Yeah.
At least 4 that I can think of.
NC State beat North Carolina. The NC State's in. That's one less at-large bid.
One less at-large bid. Oregon beat Colorado. One less at-large bid. New Mexico beat.
Oh man, you know your basketball.
Who did they? God bless it, because it's a Richard Pitino went out there after he left Minnesota.
They beat San Diego State.
San Diego State. Dutcher.
Brian Dutcher. Possible candidate. No, I don't think so.
And they're still probably in, but that's one less.
Yeah.
At 19 and 14, yes, they did beat Minnesota. Yes, they played Purdue. And if Booker's three-pointer goes down, I still think
that was a great
game.
shot. That was a great shot.
And
that looked like he was going, baby.
To get a guy the chance to make that, I think they win that game. However, they didn't.
No.
And at 19 and 14,
key word is net.
That's what they say
the net.
Anyway.
Because there's never been a net of minus or under 30. Learned this from my good friend Mike DeCourcy on Big Ten Network. He mentioned this the other day. Nobody in the 30s not gotten in the tournament. So this would be a first. So I don't think Michigan State has anything to worry about. And I don't think there's any more bubble busting potentially that's going to go on today. Those are one bid leagues. I mean, Big Ten, both those guys are
in already. So.
Yeah, so at least amount.
But you just don't want to leave it into the hands of other people.
You don't want to sweat it out.
Win the games when you should win the game.
Okay, they beat Northwestern. That was key. I'll tell you what, Michigan State would be sweating their ass off right now if they had lost that. Northwestern had that 3-ball. Remember that game a couple weeks ago? That sucker goes down. They're really sweating up. And they delivered against Minnesota.
But I'll tell you who, and then I'll tell you they almost got in trouble by their own conference, because if Ohio State got robbed, in my opinion, nobody wants to see them.
Roll me, cry me a river. I mean, I don't give a shit about Ohio State. So
golly.
I took great glee in that.
But you gotta like the guy, the young kid coaching his butt off.
And he got rewarded.
Did they give him a job?
Yeah.
He's got the job.
He's got the job.
Oh, good for him. He deserves it.
Diebler. Yeah.
Diebler, yeah. I mean, like,
Jake
Diebler.
Jake Diebler.
Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah.
I mean, came in just win.
So, speaking of lame duck situations, this thing at Long Beach, and I actually saw Long Beach State, the 49ers play. They beat Michigan in early December. So, they give this dude the walking papers on Monday, right? So, okay, you can coach your team in the Big West. They win the freaking tournament last night. He's dancing.
The kids went out and won the tournament for the coach.
So, what I think Michigan should have, Ford Manuel should have done with Juwan Howard, should have just told him last Monday, hey, listen, this is your walking papers. I mean, Michigan would have rattled off 5. They would have won the Big Ten champion 5 in a row, and they would have probably had to play in the play-in tournament. They would have had to win 7. So they would have won the next 12 games and would have won the national championship with lame duck Juwan Howard, and they still would have been under 500. I think they would have been like 21 and 23.
Brutal.
Or something like that.
Brutal.
Yeah. Anyway, that could be potentially my team of the week, the Long Beach State 49ers, tonight on Press Pass with Jack Ebling and Rico Beard. I invite you to watch that.
Who's your top 3 people, if you had a chance to think about it?
Top for candidacy?
Yeah.
God, I don't know. See, I was asked that walking in. I don't know. I mean, I want somebody. I do know this. I do know this insight. Okay. So John U. Bacon, You know, my
Right.
friend John, he tweets out that John Beeline potentially would be interested in it. Okay, that would shock me, but I have pretty good information that John Beeline is going to head the search committee, and this is going to not be a Ward Manuel decision. Thank you, Lord. As far as hiring the next coach, okay. So if John Beeline is the head of the search committee, if he is interested, why does he recommend himself?
Yeah. He's the best coach
He's 71
they've
years
had.
old, though.
Yeah.
70. It's a young man's game. He has had a heart attack. I know for
I
a fact
always
he told
liked
Tom Izzo. I mean, he left earlier. He saw this NIL coming 2-3 years ahead of everybody else. He knew what was
Always
coming.
liked
He
him.
knew the fallout.
Always liked him. That's why it was
Dude
hard
is smart.
to. It was hard
Could-
to hate Michigan when he was coaching.
And that probably
Because he was just
frustrated
a
you,
good-
right?
Because he was a good guy, respectful.
But that probably bothered you, didn't it? You want somebody to.
I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I got a problem with the,
You're
with
not
the
a
winning
hater.
look at all. I mean, I respect it when you're good, you're good.
Yeah.
You gotta give them
So,
respect.
but you know what? Michigan's got to get moving on this thing because you
quick.
got portal guys. As soon as teams get out, I mean, you got portal activity going on. You got to align your personnel. Michigan's going to have outgoing transfers going on. They only had 11 scholarship kids this year, so you got to build a whole team. But that's been done.
But the portal
Texas Tech
shouldn't
did
be too hard to do.
No, it's all set there. I mean, you're vulnerable to it, but you're also you can
Maybe they go
build.
get Chris Beard.
No, I don't want baggage guys. No baggage guys.
Beard a bad man, proven winner.
This Dusty May, Louisville is going to take him. FAU, yeah, they went to
They
Final
lost
Four.
though.
They went to Final Four last year.
Then they lost in the tournament.
Yeah, but they're still going to be in the tournament. Yeah, that was another one of those bid situations.
Bubble busted.
Bubble busting. Okay, we're going to segue all over the place right now. East Lansing.
Patricia.
Lose to Huron. Man, they had 10-point lead. Were you at the game?
No sir. Too many crowds.
Great crowd. This is Tuesday night. East Lansing, a lot of talent. Man.
You gotta be able to make adjustments.
Yeah, they didn't make the adjustments.
They shut down their
East Lansing, they were manning up on East Lansing, and they had a 23-13. They went a combination 2-3 and 1-3-1, and look out.
Went to zone
They got
and they
stuck
went to
in the
sleep.
mud.
Went to sleep. No
Yeah.
adjustments made.
Yeah, I was bummed.
Couldn't make the jump shots. Couldn't make the free shots.
Okay, East Lansing Trojans. You get to the quarterfinals. You're doing a 2 in a year in football. East
to
Lansing
back.
Trojans.
Somehow.
Get to the freaking.
Somehow.
Get to Ford Field next year. Could you do that?
I would love to.
Are you gonna do that?
I mean, I can't see the future. I'm not Nostradamus, but I'd like to hope. I'd like to think we have a pretty good shot at it.
Yeah, I want East Lansing to win a state championship in football or basketball coming up.
Well, I'll say this: those three kids that are coming back from basketball team, if they slide over to the football team, they'll definitely help us out.
Why don't they slide over to the football team?
You know, I guess they're just hoopers.
Yeah.
I like to have options. In my case, I like to tell the kids all the time, just have options. Which is a shout out to all those guys that think they're just basketball players right now. Track season's starting, so if you can jump up and touch the top of the backboard and do all that, that means you could probably be a high
We're a
jumper
specialist
or a long
society.
jumper. You know, give those sports a shot.
So where does March Madness, back to college basketball, where does that fit in your favorite sporting event? See, in my estimation, March Madness is, and filling out the brackets, gets everybody involved in the sport that have
Bowl
even
season.
distant involvement, because everybody fills out the
Bowl
brackets.
season.
Well, no, I mean,
same
no,
thing.
no,
Yes,
no,
it
no,
is.
no,
To
that's
me,
not,
it
no,
is.
they're not.
You
I
gotta
mean, I
fill
love
out
ball
your
games, but
team.
that's not relevant. I mean, everybody is a fan of college basketball, March Madness. They like the upsets. I mean, back before the internet days and before, apps and stuff like that, I was like the director of office pool activities at my so I'm down at the copier, cranking out the brackets, passing everybody, selecting the money, okay? And some people would pick teams because they like the colors, or that's a nice.
all the time.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Oh, that sounds like.
But that's
I
the
like
same
their
with
coach.
bowl
He's cute,
season, though.
you know?
Same with bowl season. You got to get the bowl picks out, and you pick the bowls, and
Yeah.
but you got a vested interest in it at that point.
Yeah.
I used to do it with my kids in my gym classes. You get a group of 5 kids. Everybody chip in a quarter.
Oh, so
for
you
your
had
team.
you had a betting.
So they put a quarter in each,
Yeah.
so they had $1.
You know, you coulda got busted
$1.20.
for that.
Yeah, who cares? All the money just went, and then it went for them anyway, because whoever won each class, then I went and bought pizza. We had pizza party for them, and whoever, each class, so 5 hours, that we went and go get to right around the corner there and get a bunch of pizzas and come in, and you guys, your team won the, national championship, whatever. And we had pizza for lunch.
I mean, Thursday and Friday are the days everybody takes 2-hour lunch hours, and of course, 2 hours.
yeah.
Oh, I got a sore throat. I can't come into work.
But see, now it's easy because now you just turn your phone on and boom,
yeah.
it's right there. I have my iPad on. I have
You
it
got
on
your iPad on.
TNT
You got
on
your
this
brackets.
one.
You got your brackets
So
on.
this- all the games going, boom, 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 and hey, here we
It's
go.
a great day. Thursday and Friday are the greatest
The
days.
first week,
First weekend.
because that's when
Everybody's-
everything is
All the upsets
all
going on.
that. Nothing like good upset.
So I don't even know who I'm going to pick. I mean, I thought I was all bullish on the Houston Cougars, and they got just hammered
Oh, they got dog walk like bad,
yesterday.
like bad.
Yeah, by 30 points. So who do you by Iowa State, which is watch out for Iowa State. But you know what? Everybody says, "Oh man, watch out for Iowa State." You see what they did?
Right.
And then they'll bomb it.
I'm not educated enough to. I haven't watched enough
Well, you know what? The
basketball.
less you know, the better you
Better you
are off.
probably are. I know this much. I've watched enough basketball to know that anybody can win with the parity that they have now with the portal and all that. Because, but basketball, once again, you get a couple guys, you can win. Jordan and Pippen did it forever. Won world championships.
Well, I think it's that. See, I think it
So
takes
if you
three.
got
I
two-
think it takes 3 players. myself.
And that 3-pointer, you get hot
Okay.
and start banging threes.
Yeah. So speaking of brackets, you say with my bracket, my whole thing is seed times round. So you are rewarded for picking the upsets. So if you pick a 16 seed to win the first round, that's 16 points. Okay. So it's a point system. So it's not like you're just going, you're going chalk.
Oh, that's how yours. That's
That's
yours.
how mine.
Oh, okay. We always did
Yeah, do you want to participate in mine? Do you want to participate in mine?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. We
Wow,
always
I
did
feel honored.
2 points for the first round, 4 points for the second round.
Oh, no, it's not
That's
like
how
that.
we did like
Seed
that.
times. So if you let's say you pick
So you
a
pick that
9 seed
12-5,
gets
boy. You
in the
pick that
4 rounds.
12-5 upset.
9 times 4, that's what 36. Yeah, 36 points, and you can jump up. You can come out of nowhere if you pick. If you go chalk and you got 1 seeds. Let's say a 1 seed and they win the 5th round. Well, that's 5 points. That's nothing.
See, that's the thing with
that.
the bowl picks though. Everything was weighted. So if you had a game that you were real confident in,
Yeah.
that you knew they were going to win,
Yeah.
then you put all those 36 points on that game,
Yeah.
and you win it. So basically same thing,
Yeah.
like that way. So, hey,
So how far? I'm going to ask you this last question. How far do you think Michigan State's going to go? I mean, you don't have love goggles on you.
they
You kind
gotta
of look
get-
things with a clear
They
on.
got to get in first.
They're
Period.
in, but you quit. I
They
mean,
got to get in.
they're in.
Now, if they're in,
They're in. They might have to play in Dayton, though.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
If they play like they played
We're ready for
against
steam.
Purdue,
Yeah.
I think they have a really good shot. But they have to hit shots now.
They're
They
not a
had
good
lot
shooting
of,
team.
They had a lot of wide open shots that we missed.
But
so
they
we
got
have
4
to be
really
able to
good
make-
players.
Right.
Two take the game off. 2 are on. 2 are off.
All
Every
the time.
freaking game.
And
Check
then,
the box score.
And then Hall kind of tweaked his ankle a little bit there at the end of the game.
He looked all right.
So, hopefully that's fine. But they got to be able to make some shots. And I think, I think the foul trouble kind of forced Coach Izzo to play more Booker and Carr that he kind of wanted to, but it helped. in my opinion. So it's prove that those kids that they can play. Let them play.
Okay, let me go back to this thing about football play, like East Lansing, need football, basketball player play football. I mean, you're recommending that.
And that's why Trey Holloman is
Trey
that
Holloman,
guy.
thank you. You knew where I was going.
Absolutely.
Okay? Trey Holloman from Minneapolis, football player. from Michigan
Absolutely,
State.
100%.
He, to me, is emerging as the alpha dog. Don't you think?
Let's
You see him stand up to Zach
Let's
Edey?
put it this way.
He's looking up there like the Empire State Building.
I'm looking forward to him and Fears next year
Oh my God!
in the
yeah.
backcourt.
Jeremy Fears.
Because Trey, and I said that at the beginning when I found at the beginning of the year, he was better. He was the best.
But
one of the
Michigan
best
State's
guys
going to
we
need other
had.
parts, not to get ahead of ourselves.
Oh,
but I
sure.
mean, they're losing a lot of
Better
players.
find a center.
But
somewhere.
that you could build a team in terms of leadership around Trey Holloman.
No question about it.
I like that dude.
No question. That big step. Look at what you want to do, big fella. We can do it right here in the middle. And the sad part
Okay,
about
how do you
it,
think that would have played out?
man, hey, look. Zach Edey's a big man, but he doesn't strike me as being very tough.
Zach Edey
He's not very
first
tough.
of all, and there are a lot of complaints about it. Everybody does this, but I don't have a dog in the fight. But man, with Zach Edey, when he touches the ball down in the blocks, and you're within a foot of him, you're going to get a whiff. I mean, all of a sudden the whistle's coming off. Isn't that crazy?
He's getting
You'd think
treated
just the opposite.
He's getting treated with velvet gloves and everything. But see, that's the problem though. When they get to NCAA tournament, you don't get those calls, and that's why Purdue gets bounced all the time.
Yeah, and they lost. Okay, they won the Big Ten tournament last year, Big Ten championship, and they lost to Fairleigh Dickinson, unfairly Dickinson in the first round.
116.
Yeah,
16.
that's happened a few times now. But Virginia did that. Then they won the national title the next year. So maybe this is karma for Purdue. But I tell you what, Purdue doesn't have it. Zach Edey, I think Zach Edey's got to get in the weight room. He's not cut at all, man. He doesn't look.
It's just no. You think after 4 years it'd be some sort of muscle tone?
Yeah,
or something.
I'm disappointed in the strength and conditioning program at Purdue University.
But you gotta like the strength and conditioning program about to happen in Illinois.
John Sanders. Yes. Yeah, they got a good one in John Sanders. Anyway, he's Kerry Keaton. I'm Tom Crawford.
But
I was segueing out here. You got another point? Go ahead. We got no limit. Go ahead.
we have to talk about the Big Ten champion gymnastics program that will be hosting the Big Ten championships this week in Genesee.
Yeah, and our good friend Gary Snellberger is the PA
And
announcer.
he'll be doing
He'll do a
that.
terrific job.
And the Big Ten champion hockey team that will be hosting your Wolverines
Yeah, who beat Minnesota last night 2-1.
for the Big Ten championship.
They're both in that.
They're both in the
Big dance.
NCAA
They call the
tournament.
hockey thing the big dance.
So they'll and you're gonna have the girls parking at Michigan State next Saturday is gonna be a mess.
I tell you what, Jenison will get a good crowd for that gymnastics.
Right, and then across the street you got
Oh, the girls basketball.
girls
tournament.
state championship basketball,
Yeah.
and then
NCAA tournament.
to the left
next
you got
weekend
the
is gonna
hockey
be-
tournament, the hockey
Yeah,
game going
Saturday
on.
night at
It's
Mud.
gonna be a mess out there trying to find enough parking.
Let
But
me tell you, for not that I'm an expert on women's gymnastics, but I mean extraordinary athletes, by the way. Michigan State, all you people, you better watch out. UCLA's joining the fray next year.
oh yeah,
Good luck with that.
yeah.
They are dominant.
Yeah, it's exciting times right now for all and softball,
Yeah.
UCLA, Pac-12 softball,
Oh, yeah. I love
Washington,
women's softball. Entertaining
Oregon,
to
and
watch.
Washington softball is best of the best too. So
Yeah, party's over, man. It's gonna be fun. We'll have plenty to talk about. Coach Keaton and Crawford for months and years to come here at the Grand Traverse Pie Company. Until next time, good job, Gary.
go green.
Go blue.